$70 million. Oh, shucks. There's more than 1,000, I betcha. But how can we take it with us?
I'm here, we're all here. This is The Familiars. We play D&D, we're a bunch of actors. We take it super serious, but we also have fun. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Joby Earl, I'm the DM. I'm gonna give myself an award for best intro ever on that last one. And we're gonna get into a recap. But before we do that, I really wanna tell you who I'm playing with. First up, guess who it is? Alex Hendrickson. She's playing Rooster, the Dragonborn Barbarian. Perfect. We've got Austin Durant playing Thibodeau, the Human Bard. We've got Ben Horner, Captain Chowder, Warforged, Sorcerer, Annalise Lawson, Worthy, Tiefling, Cleric. We've got, Zach Appleman. He's a half-elf ranger. His name's Justin. And last but not least, Mr. Hello, John Doherty.
Oh.
Reading up, playing non-player characters. Gonna get interrogated today, I think, after he wakes up. We're the Familiars. We're coming back at you with some super serious Dungeons and Dragons. Wowie zowie, y'all.
I have one quick announcement, Joby.
Please.
Can I?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, a year ago tomorrow, we met for our first game.
What?
Wow. Tomorrow we met for our first game.
Celebrate! Burr, 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 burr.
I didn't have anything else to celebrate.
Just to put it in context, it's how many in-game days? 7? What was it?
13.
13.
And I think
Wow.
our first game was when we were going after some polar bears, so, you know, we're just trying to sort something out.
Yeah. What were those characters named?
Anybody
Check the tape.
Oh, this was pre-Horner. This is
Pre-Horner?
No, you were there.
You were there.
Yeah.
No, they were wolves. No,
I'm being
yes,
kind.
they were polar bears.
There were no polar bears.
That was
it was
the
in the
first-
Did a
snow.
test app.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, because Thibodeau fat shamed a polar bear. I remember.
Yes, he
I remember
did.
that.
Oh, this one might have been pre-Horner.
it's okay. It's okay to be.
It's
a second
okay.
choice.
I don't
I don't
like
care
it.
how I got
Okay.
the job.
You know what I mean? He got the job, and he's going to keep the job for a little while longer.
Only if we raise $200 on Patreon will Ben get to keep.
$265.
Wait, it wasn't pre-Horner because I was still testing out a cleric, and pre-Horner, I was not a cleric.
We're going to go back and look at all of the
We'll look
historical
at the tape. Fine.
and we will tell you, America, what the truth is. We'll get to the bottom of it. We'll roll some investigation checks of our own in the file structures of my computer. That being said, that's fantastic news. I love each and every one of you, even you, Ben. So much for playing D&D with me.
Number 2.
And I just think that all of y'all are the most heroic, playful, wonderfully inventive folks that have ever played the game of Dungeons and Dragons. And it warms my heart to be here with you. So thank you for that wonderful reminder, Annalise. For all of you out there, just give us $100 on Patreon, and you too can feel the joy of this holiday season.
Ben Horner gets to keep playing with us.
Yeah.
If we don't raise $100 on Patreon,
$87, this all can be yours. That being said, we've got a farm on fire. And
watch in hot water. Tell your friends. Merch.
We've also got some water on fire and some fiery interview questions coming at you. We've got Fuego merch on our white hot website. And now I'm going to let this phoenix rise into a recap.
Don't you dare. I'm so mad at you.
Last time on The Familiars crested a hill and saw Grayson's farm alight in flame. Justin made a run to see if he could clock if anybody was alive, but with his head on a swivel saw that there were 3 riders atop a hill over yonder. Battle ensued after a few successful stealth checks to get a bit closer, and they found that their aggressors, dressed as they were in the Zhentarim garb, also had poisoned weapons on them. The battle raged for quite a while. However, 2 of the Zhentarim are now dead. A 3rd rooster knocked unconscious. We pick up in our story with the familiars rising victorious with Grayson's farm still alight in flame behind them. Familiars, what would you like to do?
Save the children.
I immediately shout, find the children! Find the children! And
Wait, quickly, before you do that, just everybody come within 30 feet of me, please. I promise.
All right. Justin, do you hear this? Are you listening?
Yeah, I hear it, and I'm not too far from Worthy anyway. I think I'm already pretty close.
Yeah.
All right.
I run over.
This is a reminder. I have the tiefling Zent on my shoulder.
Great.
Cool. Once everyone is gathered around, Worthy makes a hand motion and whispers a few holy words and casts Beacon of Hope on the whole party.
Fantastic.
The effect bestows hope and vitality for the duration for up to 1 minute of the next action. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains the maximum number of hit points from any healing. Just in case there's something in the sky.
But that doesn't. So we don't add any hit points back at the moment.
No, but if you get healing, you'll be fully healed.
Cool.
As long as we're within a certain distance from this thing.
30 feet from. No, you can leave. It's just it lasts for 1 minute, and then you know what? I'm just gonna say, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
Yeah.
Cool.
On everyone, so everyone gets max hit points back.
What's the maximum on that for you?
What?
What's the maximum?
Is it the maximum from the spell or the maximum our maximum hit points?
Your maximum.
From
I think your maximum.
Go ahead and read that description just one more time, please.
For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
From any healing.
From any healing.
I mean, it could be.
It's the spell. It's the spell.
The max of the
shoot.
spell.
Yeah, because it's the max
That's
possible.
still great. So what's
Well,
the
then
max
you all
possible?
get 7 hit points back.
Right.
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Everybody gets it. Yeah, fantastic.
I need it. Thank you.
Great.
And I say, okay, if something's flying, I'm gonna start moving stuff under those trees, or I'll throw them. No, I'll throw them into the barn. so they'll burn up. I don't want anyone noticing dead bodies while you guys look for kids, okay?
Look, now that we've done that, we find the children if they're here, and then we really need to rest. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did that wake up the tiefling, or is it willing creatures?
It's creatures that any creatures I choose that I can see.
And I'm going to go ahead and roll here. Okay. The assassin looks to be quite unconscious, and looks like they might be that way for a while unless you guys choose to try to wake them up. Now, Rooster, you're going to go tend to the bodies and try to bring them inside of the barn. Fantastic. Okay. Is anybody else going to assist Rooster, or what's everybody else doing?
No, but Rooster, you mind leaving the tiefling? Let me tie this joker up.
Absolutely, Cap. Funk.
Okay.
I take my hempen rope and tie him up.
Take that hempen rope. All right. This is a true D&D game now.
Just so you know, another name we were going to be instead of the familiars was 50 feet of hempen rope, and I do feel like...
I think I was the only one that liked that one.
Yeah, but now that I play the game, I really like it.
Yeah. So stay tuned next week for 50 Feet of Hempen Rope brings you the familiars. Fantastic.
That's our production company. Oh, sorry.
Tiefling, once we get that $382,000, we will start it. Now, okay, so John, your character, unconscious, is tied up by Captain Chowder. Rooster, you're going around to find the bodies of the two horses, the two Zhents, and as you approach the half-orc to the north, you see a very frightened horse. What would you like to do as you approach this horse?
I would like to use my animal handling.
Go
and
ahead.
Go, good horsey.
Okay.
You stay with us. Wait, do I want to set... Yeah, maybe...
Go ahead and make an animal handling check, and then after we see that, you can choose what you'd like to tell the horse to do. 16, fantastic. As you approach the horse, you can see the horse get one look at you, and as you, a dragonborn, approaches this horse looks to be very frightened. However, as you put your hand up, you can see the horse begin to calm, and as you approach...
the finger trick. It's okay, horsey.
Great.
If you remember, that's how I made the wyvern my best friend.
Yes. This is what someone with such a high animal handling score knows.
Most people don't know.
Most people don't know.
And then I say, you come with me, horsey. And I take, the horse comes with me, and I start throwing the body, like I put the orc on the horse.
Great. Okay. All right.
And then go to the elf.
Fantastic. So the orc goes on top of the horse, and you can see that...
Orc on a horse.
Orc on a horse. You see that the...
Who needs elf on a shelf?
That the horse seems to be dealing with a lot of anxiety, but the longer that it's next to you, and as you keep your hand on its neck, it continues to calm, and you make your way over to...
Can I also really quickly check both of the bodies for anything helpful or useful or good?
Go ahead and make an investigation check on both of them.
Before I throw them in the fire? Okay.
Some poison crossbow bolts.
Yeah, I'll go take those. Because I already know they're there, but then I rolled a 5.
Okay. You do know that these poison crossbow bolts are there. And I'll say that you get a total of 5 poison crossbow bolts.
Useful.
In your investigation, you see that they were not carrying much on them, not even much in the way of money. These seem to be highly skilled and well-trained fighters that probably lived mostly off of the land and tried to travel as lightly as possible.
So I'll just, while everyone else is doing their stuff, I don't know if you need me to roll, but I'll just be moving the bodies to
fantastic. Okay.
And same with the horses.
Okay.
And if
great.
I can't lift a whole horse, then I'll take my great axe and start chopping.
Oh, God.
Look, we gotta do it.
Oh, you definitely can't lift a full horse. So, and the only reason I say that is because I want to see Rooster start chopping up the
I don't let the horsey see that. I say, horsey, you stay here. I throw them into the and then I go back for the horsies and I take it bit by bit and go, look away, horsey.
Great. So while this is happening, you guys hear the sickening
They're very
thunks
smart, though.
of great axes into flesh. Okay, Justin.
Frantically searching the farmhouse for any signs of Grayson or the kids.
Okay, fantastic.
I'll do the same.
Okay, so
I'm still like poisoned, like I look a little sick, like I'm shaking still from the after effects of haste. Like it's a slightly more unhinged version of Justin than we've seen before.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna move Justin's token, but Worthy, we're gonna know that you are with him. Okay. You make your way into the house. There are scorch marks on the ground. You can see off to the right that a fire has caught in the hallway, making it pretty close to impossible to pass to any of the bedrooms or the kitchen. Not necessarily seen here on the map is the fact that everything looks to have been rifled through. I would say the chairs that you see here are turned over. The couch has been ripped to shreds, and there looks to be the signs of some kind of a scuffle, of some kind of physical altercation here. Would you like to go upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay. Calling out.
I'm going to run in with them also.
Great. Okay. Worthy and Thibodeau are with you as well.
I have fire resistance. Game mechanics wise, how would that work in terms of going into that burning area?
You could try. You would take half damage from any fire.
Well, they were holed up in the cellar the last time we were here, right? Do you think they're still there?
I want to go downstairs.
Okay. Justin, are you going upstairs or downstairs?
I'm just checking upstairs first.
Okay. Justin, you head upstairs and see that the entire upstairs is caught on fire. The flames
I call out.
You call out to Grayson and to all of them, and you wait a moment, and it's hard to hear over the roar of the flames, but go ahead and make a perception check.
Sorry. 16. You listen
in as best you can, and it's just so hard to hear over the roar of the flames. You don't hear anybody respond to you, however. Unfortunately. Worthy, Thibodeau already heading down to the basement.
And I head towards them.
I'm assuming you're heading towards them. Fantastic. It is.
Am I still tying up Tiefling? Or is that completed?
I can say that. Oh, that's definitely completed. Yeah. Would you like to head into where they are?
I think actually I'd like to head over to where Rooster dumped the dead bodies.
Fantastic.
I wanted to take out the wand of magic detecting when the time was right.
Fantastic.
And point it at them.
I'll say that it took Rooster a second to get everything over there, and so as they are beginning to head over there, before they tossed the bodies into the burning barn, you used your wand of magic detection, and I'm so sorry. Remind me, does that automatically detect?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it does, but
I think it does too.
Double check. While holding it, you cast the detect magic spell from it. Shit, I don't know how that spell works.
Okay. Yeah, good question. I believe that detects magic within a 30-foot range. Anything magical. And so...
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around a visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. Can penetrate most barriers, blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Fantastic.
Slytherin.
You use the wand, hold it up, and you see this sort of almost like faint flashlight cone come out, and you point it towards these folk. And as you point it towards them, on the half-orc a small, little, probably 2-inch blip of light appears underneath their leather armor.
And I say, Cap, don't worry about it. I already checked these bodies. I'm just going to throw them in.
Oh, no. Let me just check this glow. Usually that leads to something. What is it, around like chestal area?
I'm gonna go chop up some horsey.
Yes. You got some wet work ahead of you.
Should I save some for food?
Well, I don't eat. Not the greatest person to ask. Who likes horse? Who likes cheval?
I won't bother them. I'll just save the good parts.
Anyone a fan?
You call out and no one responds. Everyone's already in the house.
I don't know. We've been eating pretty good, Rooster.
All right.
Up to you.
I'll just eat their hearts for myself.
Okay.
Great. Fantastic. So, that being said, you all... I'm sorry, not you all. I was fixing something really quickly. Cap, you reach in to where you find this little glowing bit of magical item, and it's just underneath the bottom of this half-orc's leather armor breastplate, and you just reach underneath and can feel a tiny bit of metal, and it seems to be kind of sewn in to the inside of this bit of leather armor, and you just kind of, with a swift little tug, pull it out, and you're holding a small key.
A key? A magical key?
Yeah, you can see as you're looking at, you sort of like hold up the magical, the wand of magic detection, and you recognize this key as being imbued with magic from the school of illusion.
Ooh. Any kind of like insignia or seal?
Go ahead and make an investigation
on the
check.
key? Okay.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It's a 12.
A 12. Higher than a 5, and it's definitely higher than a 10. You turn it over, and you see that on the key, fairly like plain as day, there's the symbol of a flying snake. There's nothing else on the key that gives you any clues, but you begin just doing your own investigation check on the orc themselves, and you find 5 gold pieces, 12 silver pieces, and 3 copper pieces. And the copper pieces that you find are interesting. Go ahead and make a history check.
Oh. It's a 1. Do I have tides?
You do have it back. You don't?
Well,
because you used it.
No, because I used it. I know I used it on. I used it on something, and then all I did was cantrips after. I don't have tides. It's
okay. It's a 1. Well, you just have this. I'll say that you find this 1 copper piece that looks different than the rest. You can't place it exactly what. It's just it looks different, and you don't know exactly what that means. But the possibility of a clue pings in your mind. But you take the key and pocket it.
Okay.
All right. That being said. Justin, Thibodeau, and Worthy, you've come down into the basement and find Grayson, or the body of Grayson, collapsed on the ground. He looks to, Justin, make a medicine check.
6.
he's pretty beat up. Even with a 6, you can check his wounds, and it looks like he blocked weapons with his forearms. And you can see the stab marks in his chest as the body is collapsed in a pool of its own blood.
Is there any sign of the kids?
Everyone make an investigation check.
Just the people in there. Right?
Correct. I'm sorry. Yeah.
13. Although if I'm looking for tracks and stuff, would that still be
16.
Investigation?
Yeah. Thibodeau?
16. Oh, mine didn't come through. Hold on, it's a 16, or no, sorry, 14.
A 14. Zhentarim, you got a 13. You look around and see that in the dust there looks to have been an encounter down here. And you can see the footprints of many different folk. And with the 13, you do recognize a few of those footprints as being from small humanoids. But with the blood and just how chaotic it was, you can't tell in which direction they went. Worthy, you begin making your way around the perimeter of the room, and you make your way behind Grayson and take a look at the barrels, and you see that one barrel has a slightly different coloration than the rest. You begin placing your hands around it, looking for any kind of switch or lever or knob. And finally, after not finding it, you just kind of say fuck it and turn the spigot. And the barrels slide to the side. And you see a small passageway moving underground into darkness. Zhentarim, you pop up and you look, and now you see clearly the footprints of 2 small humanoids passing through the tunnel.
Is it a size that we could fit through, or sort of a size that just the kids could get through?
No, you can see that you kind of have to duck underneath at first, but as you kind of look in, you see that it has been carved out, that you kind of have to keep up slightly low. But as you look in, you can also see that there is a button on the side that is probably used to close it.
I want to just call out, children.
I'm gonna get Grayson out of there and take him upstairs.
Thibodeau, great. Just go ahead and make a strength check for me. Bodies are heavy.
Sure.
Oh, Austin.
I know.
7. You're trying. Trying to, and it's just, you can do it. You can physically do it. It's just taking a while, and it's awkward, and it's disgusting, and it's
I
tough.
turn around and notice that this is happening, and I go over and I just say, I'll help.
Great. With Worthy's help, you're able to get him up. And Zhentarim, you, I believe, have dark vision and can see that this is not a small passageway into a room. This looks to be a very, very long tunnel.
I sprint down the tunnel.
Zhentarim runs down the tunnel. All right. Worthy and Thibodeau, I'll say that you get Grayson up about midway up the stairs as you hear Zhentarim just going down the tunnel. Are you letting him go, or what are you doing?
Just don't want the kids to see him like that.
I hear him running down, and I say, I call out, Zhentarim, if they got away, we can all come. They're safe somewhere.
Zhentarim, you're running down this tunnel, and you see that it goes on for a while, and you can hear the faint voice of Worthy calling you from behind you. What are you doing?
So it doesn't seem like it's going to like a little hidden room or anything. It just seems like is it far enough that I can't tell how far it goes?
Correct.
I give one more sort of yell down the tunnel for the kids. I call out for Bertram and Pippa.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 12.
Nothing comes back.
I stop and I realize that that we should. He does. I don't fucking know what to do. I turn around and I sprint back down the tunnel towards the group, and I start beelining for the tied up tiefling.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
I want to call out, Zhentarim, we can shelter down here. They won't look for us. We can take our time, interrogate him, we can rest, and then we can find them.
He says, "Oh, I'll take my bloody time."
Great. All right. I'm gonna.
Isn't the house on fire?
Here.
Yeah, but if Grayson's not burned in the basement, and Lehman's tiny hut might.
The flames.
But it's spreading, right? Like I feel like we're not.
Zhentarim,
Are they spreading or dying down
there?
DM.
Zhentarim, you. It's a great question.
It began to rain.
They are. Zhentarim, you run up to investigate this, and you see that the flames are slowly beginning to spread.
Yeah. I take really clear note of exactly, using my tracking and sort of orienteering skills, of exactly what direction the tunnel is heading, so that if we can't get back in, I know how to follow it over ground.
Okay, great. I think that's, especially as a ranger, you clock that it's traveling east.
Okay.
And due east. As far as you ran in, you didn't see any breaks. So due east.
Did you know about this tunnel, just on? Because
No.
you knew these jokers, right? Though.
Yeah, but I didn't know about the tunnel.
No.
Do you have any idea where it would lead?
No, I know that. I
Specifically
think
with
I know
his
that. I know that Grayson was resourceful. So the fact that he had maybe built an escape route in case of emergency, isn't shocking to me. It seems like something he might have done. But yeah, I'm heading towards the tiefling.
Okay. I'm going to say that news was related to both you, Worthy, and Thibodeau. Again, it doesn't seem to be spreading incredibly fast, but the idea that I think you had, Worthy, of maybe resting and investigating, interrogating someone down here, it is probably not structurally super sound. So y'all head up to... Oh, and I think we had Grayson. I'm just going to say Grayson was moved up. The body of Grayson was moved up here. Great. So you guys head over to the tiefling.
Is tiefling on the ground?
Where's the tiefling? Up here. Which I'll say
Tied
was
up.
not. I'll say that the tiefling was moved.
I see Thibodeau and I say, what happened? Are the children dead?
We don't know for sure, but we think they're safe.
Why are you crying?
There's a tunnel under the house, but Grayson's gone.
I go straight up to the tiefling, who's unconscious, correct? And I slap the tiefling across the face. Does it wake up?
It's dead now.
Dead. That's
In 1 hit point left.
I'm gonna say everyone go ahead and make a medicine check. Everyone. It doesn't wake up.
8.
18.
13.
Cap.
15.
Ooh, Rooster.
Cap and Rooster, Geston, I mean, you are picking up this unconscious body and just slapping it to have it come awake. Cap, Rooster, you put hands on Geston, and does somebody have a medicine kit?
Yeah, I do.
There we go. Right, we do have a medicine kit. Cap, you remember that Thibodeau has a medicine kit, and just ask to see it, and out of it you can take these smelling salts. And
Thibodeau, kit me.
Listen, I have to say something. That half-elf was looking at the sky. Now listen, we can interrogate this tiefling, and believe me, I want to, but I advise that we do it under shelter.
Does the barn look structurally sound enough to...
There are those trees nearby.
I gotta be honest, yeah, I wouldn't mind stepping like just outside of the farm area in case another Zhent comes to check on their work.
Our best hope of helping
I'd like
those
to have
children
view of the sky. Yeah.
is staying alive.
Geston says, "Fine," and he grabs the tiefling and starts dragging him towards coverage in the forest.
All right. I'm going to say that Rooster just comes over and basically helps you, and then lifts. We're going to say, that was such a good idea before, that you both lift the body onto the horse.
Yeah. Come on, horsey, let's go.
And you both start, everyone starts moving towards the woods that are also to the east. And everyone go ahead and make a perception check as you're moving.
Nat 25.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Great.
Oof. 6. Thibodeau's really shaken up.
Yeah, 6.
Geston and Cap, you guys have your eyes on the skies, and way off in the distance, there is something that is slightly bigger than a bird. I'll say, Geston, you recognize it as the wyvern with a rider atop it, but it looks to be far off, and I think that you feel relief that you're moving in the right direction, out of into cover.
It looks 8 hours off.
No. But
if we can get in the hut, it won't see us, right?
I'll say just moving towards the cover that you're moving towards. If you were to hang out here for a lot longer, that would be one thing. But you feel confident that with the work that you've done, leaving this area was the smart choice, and moving towards cover, again, was a smart choice. And you guys put a little pep in your step as you move towards the forest. You make it to basically the line of trees, and you can see that they are a combination of maple and pine groves. Basically, just the edge of the high forest starting to sort of creep into the land. The Jastan, especially, you recognize these sort of larger-than-life pine trees that provide an ample amount of cover. If you get enough of them in a forest, it actually can create the illusion of darkness and night. And you find basically a small area where there are enough trees where you feel fairly confident that it would be quite tough to see you from the skies as long as you don't light a fire. And you stop here, and you still basically have the firelight of the farm to guide you as to exactly where the farm is. You can see the farm from where you are, but it's fairly far off in the distance. I'll say you traveled for about an hour. To the east, basically the forest is slowly but surely getting denser and denser. You're in still well within the Zhentarim Valley, but you just get the sense that you're moving closer and closer to the high forest.
So we're an hour away from the farm now?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to be. We absolutely don't have to. We don't have to.
Let's I say let's go no further. Just on. Tell you what, if we set up that hut, I saw that thing too in the sky. I'll keep my eyes on it. I'll shut it down.
I'll say this: you travel about 20-30 minutes away from the farm, and the next 30 minutes you use just sort of setting up your campsite. So Liam's tiny hut takes about 10 minutes to conjure, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this period of time, what's everybody doing?
I pulled the guy off the horse and sort of set him down on the ground, and I said, "Wake him up."
Okay.
Let's get in the hut first. Let's
I'm
get inside.
taking
Let's get
care
where
of
it's safe.
Horsey.
We'll do it very soon. Give it 10
Rooster,
minutes, Justin.
you're bringing the horse a little bit further away from the camp, but in its own fairly secluded stand of trees. And you have picked up a couple of root vegetables on the way and place it before the horse, and the horse sort of starts nibbling at the things that you've picked up.
And can I say to it, "You are a good horsey. If you would like to continue to travel with us, I would very much enjoy that. But it's your body and your choice."
Great. Without having to make a roll, the horse is incredibly appreciative.
Because everybody has a right to bodily autonomy. Horse.
Yes. Everyone.
Is the hut being set up?
Yeah, Thibodeau, I'm assuming that you're taking your 10 minutes to cast that ritual spell.
Yeah, everyone has to be in the area though, so.
Yeah.
I come back.
Okay. Rooster, you come on back, and while Thibodeau's doing this, Chowder, Worthy, what are y'all doing?
Tibbs, are you still visibly shaken up, or were you ever?
Yeah, he was, but I think he's just. I'm thinking about where those kids are.
Okay, Worthy's kind of like. Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, that's it. Just, I want to know that they're okay. So, yeah, whatever.
Worthy kind of looks at
do we want
Tibbs askance and like goes up behind him and like reaches out to almost put her hand on his shoulder and give a pat, and then thinks a little better of it and just kind of looks at the ground and kicks some pebbles and says a prayer of passing.
Chowder, you're saying?
Should we bury this poor man? Doomguard.
Did we leave his body back?
I thought Grayson was at the farm.
Yeah, I think.
I thought
We
Grayson
left
was
him.
on the horse.
He's burning in his house.
Oh, we never left. Brought him out.
No.
Oh. My bad. I don't say that then.
Okay. But I am saying a prayer of passing.
Is the hut up now at this point?
Yeah. So everyone's together. Thibodeau I pull out my spell book and a tiny crystal bead. I trace the 10-foot circle around us all and sit in the center and start muttering this incantation that I'm reading from the book, and the dome rises up around us, opaque from the outside, but we can see through it clearly.
Great. Okay.
Like the Superdome.
Yeah.
Who Dat Nation.
Great. All right. And
Lovely.
you guys all feel fairly safe. All right. So
I turn to Chowder and I say, wake him up.
All right. I take the smelling salts now, and I put them underneath this person's nose.
okay.
The tiefling's nose.
The tiefling wakes up.
What happened?
Justin basically straddles him, takes out his dagger, and shoves it into his thumbnail. And he just wants to intimidate the fuck out of him, and he gets right up in his face, and he goes, scream all you want, man. No one's gonna hear you. You're a long bloody way from Barge Right. Your brothers in the Zhentarim can't find you. Your fucking gods can't find you out here. You're in the wilderness now. It's just us and the fucking beasts.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
Rooster is just like, yeah, fuck yeah. Attaboy.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
It's effective.
7?
You see metal in the tiefling that you're dealing with. They are experiencing an immense amount of pain, and everyone around you is impressed.
You have no idea who you're meddling with. No idea.
Worthy whispers in Infernal. Then tell us.
Tell you what.
Who we're meddling with.
You're meddling with Manchun. And you're meddling with Zariel. And you're meddling with devils and demons whose power you can only imagine.
Listen, brother.
Go ahead.
Oh. You seem that you're in an awful lot of pain. I could alleviate that a bit. But you have to cooperate with us. We have some questions for you.
Why don't you do it first, and then I'll answer your questions.
Oh, I'm sorry, you must think I'm stupid. No. Questions first, healing later.
Yeah, all right.
This has been an Infernal, and Worthy turns to Justin and just says, he'll talk. What do you want to ask?
Who ordered the attack on Grayson's farm?
Manchun.
Why?
I don't know. I say that you lot.
And he takes out the wanted poster from his pocket that is covered in blood, and you can see all of your images on it. And he says,
he gave us this. He told us to go to this location and keep an eye out. So we did. And we saw you come. We saw you walk into the farm. And then we followed where you had gone. And this man, His man, he said his name was Grayson. He was there, and we asked him if he had seen you, and he said no. And we knew he was lying. So we told him, we said, why don't you answer that question again? And his little son, at that very moment, his little boy, not more than 10 years old, he goes, Papa, the panda, that's the panda on the poster. And we knew he was lying. So we did to him what we do to all liars. We slit his throat and watched him bleed out on the ground. And then we stabbed him, one for each lie that he told us, and left him on the floor.
Zhentarim turns to the group and says, do we need him alive or anything?
I have more questions.
Make him quick.
I'll take my time. And Worthy turns to the tiefling and says, in common, where are the rest of the Zents? Do they know we're here? What do you know? Tell us. He moves right here and kind of moves her hand, and like a glimmer of healing starts dancing on her fingertips.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Four and not much better. 7.
Barge right in. They're gonna barge right in. I don't know what they want with you, other than a magical item of great power and destruction. And they said you were carrying. That's all I know.
Can I ask him to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, you can.
Yes, tips.
What do we got?
Oh, he beat it. Never mind.
Can I ask him to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
I guess I should have still roleplayed that. I just didn't have it in me.
What
Hold
happens
on.
what's he trying to beat?
14 for me.
And for
12?
you,
I was gonna use charm person on him. And
It's 12 for my wisdom save. I cast command on him, which is a wisdom save 14. And I say, talk.
All right, I'll talk. What do you want me to talk about?
Tell us everything you know about the Zhentarim and Lord Zariel.
And a kind of glazed look comes over his eyes, and you can see the pain drifts away a little bit into the background, and he says,
Lord Zariel has contacted the Zents, and he's commanded them to round up all the pages of the Book of Vile Darkness. Lord Zariel is going to use this book. Why? I don't know.
Worthy switches into Infernal and says, and what does Lord Zariel want with me?
You'll have to ask Monsoon that. He doesn't share details.
Anybody else have any questions? I'm done.
Yeah, I do.
You want to ask him about the key you found?
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. How do you know about that? Well, before I do,
What? You found a key?
what happened to...
He was fiddling with it while we were walking.
Oh, it was. Oh, I fidget.
It's a fidget spinner, yeah.
What happened to the kids?
The kids went off before we could catch them. Must have been a secret passageway or something. They just went up and disappeared. We followed the father down into the basement. The kids were gone.
Does it still seem like he's under command? Like, are his eyes like glazed and...
I'm gonna say yes. I think it just usually lasts one turn in combat. So
how long was that? A minute?
No, I mean it's quite quick. You guys have gotten a lot. I think you can start to see that it's beginning to fade.
Oh, and by the way, hold up the key. What's this for?
It opens a safe in the back of the room where Manchun is staying. A secret door in the back of the tavern. Flying Dagger Tavern. Barge right in. I don't know what's in there, so if you want to find out, you're gonna have to open it yourself.
All right, well, I think I might.
And
All
Rooster
right, that's it. That's it, everyone.
Rooster stands up with Rooster's great axe and says, "Okay, I'm ready to heal." Everyone ready?
I am.
Justin says, "Should we kill him, or should we send him back with a message?"
Kill him. We already have a message going back that we're all dead.
Rooster raises their hand.
Oh, yeah. And then I give Justin the great axe and say,
Oh.
Be my guest.
Can I offer the possibility of doing it with that magic Zent dagger, just for flavor?
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
I take back the...
Thibodeau pulls out the magic Zent dagger. Last looks, everyone. Worthy, anything else you want to do before the inevitable seems to take place?
Tiefling to tiefling. Anything else I should know? Something's happening. Someone's hunting us. Lathander, the Church of Lathander. Why?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 1 second. Oh no, that's perception. Shoot, sorry. 1 sec. Oh, that
What does infernal sound like to people who don't speak it?
Persuasion is 11.
When they're going back and forth.
It sounds like fire. It sounds like the sound of like burning wood and rock, gently formed into actually a language that seems to have a lot of grace.
Beautiful.
And you rolled an 11.
I only rolled an 11.
You look into the face of this fellow tiefling, and it looks to be, once again, a resigned, hard-to-read poker face.
You'll get nothing else out of me. The rest is silence. And he closes his mouth.
Justin takes the dagger, the Zhentarim dagger, and he says to the Zhentarim, says, "If you see any of your brothers in the afterlife, tell them to stay the fuck out of my grasslands." And he slices his throat.
Yeah.
And then, as a final thing, he carves the ruin of Hunter's Mark into the guy's forehead and leaves it against a tree as a message to any of the Zhentarim that find him.
Let's
And
rest.
we rest, and we all
No,
rest.
we're not done.
We rest.
We're gonna rest.
We're gonna take a long rest, Joby.
No, not
And we all
done.
rest. And as you guys are bedding down with a successful long rest, Chowder taking your standard position of watch, off in the distance you see the silhouetted wings of the wyvern land amidst the farm. You see the rider get off the wyvern, take a few looks around, get back onto the wyvern, and fly off into the sky, successfully having escaped the aerial patrol. That
Light
was
episode.
beautiful episode of Dungeons & Dragons. The Familiars coming at you with the with the realness this week. With the realness. Thank you all so much for joining us. Like, subscribe, follow, do all that jazz. Check out In Hot Water on our YouTube channel. But no matter what, just tell your friends. Come back next week. We have fun here. We're the Familiars. Until next time, our intent is all for your delight. Peace out, y'all.
Happy 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.